Welcome
Yep.
back. Another episode of Casey Campbell's Videocast right here, and right now, joined by none other than my good friend Jack Wurzer, who is the quarterback of Adrian. But I know him, and many other people know him as a former quarterback at Pinckney High School. Hey, how are you, buddy? I haven't talked to you in forever.
Great, man. Good to talk to you too.
All right. Hey, you're going to be starting, I know that a lot of colleges around this state are either not started yet or have moved football to the spring. Adrian, where you're at, is going to be starting next week. So you'll be the first college in Michigan to start playing college football in the COVID era. What's that? What does that feel like?
Well, regarding the circumstance, it feels pretty good. As a team, we're pretty grateful that we get this opportunity, and I think we're all just trying to take all the protocol that we can. I think as a football team, we've done a really good job of that so far. So I think it's going to be great to play in the fall, and we're all really grateful.
I know you've been the starter for the last few years on this team. What has it been like to adjust to that and know that you are the guy to lead this team?
Well, I would go back to my good pal Cody Patton at Pinckney. I think he did a great job preparing me, especially for like the new offense. The offense we ran at Adrian was there was a lot of similarities to what we ran at Pinckney, and I think he did just a great job bringing me up from the bottom, just teaching me all the ropes basically.
So talk about how you guys have been, dealing with all this. I know that it's been tough on pretty much on everyone in the world, but how have you kind of dealt with this? And did you know that there was going to be a season this fall?
No, I was hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. That was my mindset through the beginning, like through the summer. I was still working out and everything, preparing like there was going to be a season. I wasn't going to be too disappointed if it did end up, getting canceled. But right now, feeling great. Like 8 days, can't remember how many days, but next coming Saturday, we're going to be playing. Couldn't be more excited.
You got Trine coming up there. I know that. Have you noticed them? How do you get ready for a team like them? What are they going to be like?
Well, after playing them for the last 2 years, got a pretty good beat on them, but they don't do a whole lot. Like in the secondary, it's pretty easy. Like what we do is read the defense pre-snap, and they basically show pre-snap what they're going to do defensively. So they're a pretty easy team to read, but don't get me wrong, they're very solid. They have great players. I'm feeling really strong about like what they're doing. That's a big part of like how I think I'm a good quarterback is that I know what the defense is doing and I know how to like react to it and put it in the right spot on the field.
How often do you keep in touch with Coach Beaton and Coach Patton and all those guys?
It's been a while actually. Last year I went to a football game, but every once in a while I'll get a text from them or I'll text them like Coach Beaton usually texts me, "Hey man, big game coming up this Saturday. I wish you the best of luck." And that's just a testament to like what brotherhood we had in high school and like how close we were. It's great to hear from him, and it brings me back to like why I play, because him and Coach Patton were just great. Because they brought the energy every day, and I think to this day I still remember them, and that's what helps me get through some of these like tough practices when like you're wondering, why am I doing this? I'm tired. So it's just like deep down they have like the 4 pillars of like toughness, energy, and it still rings me this day. It just shows how much they rubbed off on me, I'd say.
A lot of the current players that it's been published that a lot of the current players on that team still look up to you and what you guys did back in 17, with you and what Nick did and all that. How does that feel to, like, even though you've been out 3 years, does it still feel good to say that, hey, these kids still look up to us?
Yeah, it feels great. It was great. I wish the best for them, 'cause they're still family, even though they're a couple years apart. Because I remember when me and my grade, me and my boys were in 8th grade, and the 2013 team went to the playoff and won their first playoff win in however many, a long time for Pinckney history. We remember that and looking up to those guys. So when we finally got to being those seniors, we wanted to set the same example that the 2013 team did for us. So it feels really good to like see it all come together.
Yeah. Have you talked, usually when people graduate high school, a lot of people don't really talk to each other. Do you still keep in touch with a lot of your high school teammates?
Absolutely. Every summer, you'll see me and my boy Nick Kane, Alex Wassel, Noah Hofftalent still hitting up that field.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. I know
Those
Nick.
guys are doing great too.
Oh yeah. I know you're still playing. Nick's still playing. A lot of the guys that were there. Do you still ever think about what you guys did back then?
Yeah. I mean, like I said earlier about Coach Beaton and Coach Patton, it's what like gets you through some of the tough days. Like, it makes you think of what you can accomplish. With what we did, how hard we worked, it just gives you energy sometimes. So
And also, this season, for Adrian, what's the goal in this, and all the, with everything being so different, what do you want to see out of this team this season?
uh I'd say kind of something that isn't really popular belief, but I would say just being grateful to be out there and playing, considering like the circumstances with COVID and all. But I think like the NFL can get it done. They've had tens of thousands of tests. Yeah, they've had great news based on like early coronavirus testing through like August. They've managed to keep the positive tests low. So I think at our level, we can really do that
Yeah.
and have like a successful season where we get to play games.
Mm-hmm. All right. Hey, Jack, thank you so much for spending some time with coming on and talking with us. And good luck to you, buddy. And let's catch up soon, man.
For sure. Good talking to you, Casey.